Because I teach future teachers, I feel that there's really a higher bar for my instruction, because I have to model for my students how to be an amazing teacher. ACUE has been good to help remind me of some of the basics, and that the basics are more challenging now when there's more layers between you and the student. Sometimes a physical layer, like a mask. Sometimes it's distance or being online. A big takeaway for me was to record a video about each one of my sort of big projects in the class, because students do a lot of projects for me. And I spend a lot of time in class explaining the project, and here's the rubric. I go through it all because I really want them to understand the assessment. I know that's important, but ACUE reminded me, like, oh, there's a more efficient way to do that. Instead of taking up your precious class time, just make a video. My class this semester, I have 29 students, and they are going to teach everything from physics to elementary school. So when I'm in the ACUE class and there are colleagues in there from computer science and psychology and just all different disciplines, that really helps me to have more examples to give my own students in my class. I think I've been able to lend my expertise to them as well. In some ways, the ACUE reminded me what it was like to be a student in Canvas, and looking at, like, oh my goodness, there's a lot of boxes I have to check here. That's very intimidating. And I had kind of forgotten what that was like to be on the other side. So just that experience, I think, was good for me to remember what it was like to be a student. One of my favorite things about it are the videos of the students. So there's a student, and they are kind of talking through like what they experience when they open up the class, or they watch the lecture, or they try to do the homework, or whatever it is. And I actually really love that, because you don't get to see that, right? You're online. When you're face to face, you can kind of see, like, oh, they look confused. I don't think they know what to do because they're not moving into groups like I told them to. But online, you get nothing. So that idea of trying to picture in my head, like, what would a student think if they were clicking through, I thought that was just a unique aspect of this training. I've done a lot of, like, how to teach online stuff, and I've never seen anything like that. And I think that's one of the big differences for this. And as someone who teaches future teachers, that's a great idea. I wish I had something like that with younger kids for my students, so that they could get more in that mindset of the student.